This is where I live now. But life looked very different just a few years ago. In 2019, after a 17-year relationship, my ex-husband and I went our separate ways. Over the years we were together, we'd renovated 2 homes together. So when we sold our second home, we each came away with £98,000. And I had the task of finding a new place for me and the kids. I couldn't get a mortgage, so I was faced with a decision: to rent and watch the money gradually disappear, or find something I could buy outright. At one point, I was seriously considering a static caravan. But then, on a walk one day, I saw a wide beam boat, around the same size as the caravan I'd been looking at, only this one moved. And that changed everything. The thought of moving my entire home to different landscapes sparked something deep in me. I'd always felt happiest in nature. And the towns that I'd lived in had started to feel overwhelming. The noise, the pace, the costs, the concrete, the pressure. The more I slowed down, the less sense all of it made. I started to question the way we're conditioned to live. Spending most of the week working just to afford a home you barely get to enjoy. Trying to cram rest, errands, and connection into 2 short days. If that system actually made people happy and healthy, maybe I'd feel differently, but it doesn't. So I started imagining something better. Dreaming about a slower, simpler life became a part of my daily rhythm. It was my only escape from a world that no longer felt right. And when I told people I was planning to live on a boat with a 6 and an 8-year-old, there was plenty of raised eyebrows. Are you sure? Is that even safe? Some genuinely questioned my sanity. But then, my desire to step outside the system and live more freely had become a fire I couldn't put out. During lockdown, we temporarily moved in with my parents while the boat I'd designed was being built in Liverpool. Just 7 weeks later, in April 2021, she was birthed into the water. We spent the next few months fitting her out with a lot of help and support. In July 2021, we left the boatyard and began living almost off-grid. I say almost because we still fill up our water tank at public water fill points. But other than that, our needs are mostly met right here. And that's when life really began again. We lived nomadically for a while, moving slowly along the canal. Eventually, I decided to root down and secure a permanent mooring. Now we have a garden. We grow some of our own food. We live simply, seasonally, and in rhythm with the land. Every off-grid challenge has taught me how to live with more awareness and care for this place, for our resources, and for my own nervous system. When every drop of water counts, when electricity demands sunlight, when your toilet waste doesn't vanish with a flush, you become more connected to reality, to the earth, and your own impact. People have lived off-grid for generations. There's nothing radical about that. It's just forgotten wisdom. I had to unlearn so much to see the possibility of it. This life goes against almost everything we're taught to want, and everything we're told we're allowed to do. But here's the truth. You can collect your own water. You can generate your own electricity. You can teach yourself skills, grow your own food, and live with purpose. And you can be wildly happy doing it. I no longer dread Mondays. In fact, most days I forget what day it even is. If you're yearning for a different kind of life, but feel afraid to make a change that looks unconventional, I hope you give yourself the space to imagine it. I didn't know every step I would take to get here. Living off-grid wasn't even the original plan. I was just committed to getting free. And once I let go of the life I was expected to lead, I was finally able to create the one that I chose for me. And this isn't where the dream ends. One day, I hope to live on my own piece of land with water to bathe and swim in. A small, grounded community of kindred souls, living simply, sustainably in cob homes, with the land, not just on it. Applicants, apply below. I'm Jen, and this is me living whole again. Thank you for watching. If you're curious about boat life or have any questions, big or small, just drop them in the comments. I'd love to chat with you there, and your questions might even spark some ideas for future videos. And one last thing, if you enjoyed this video, it really helps me out if you could give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more. Me again. I forgot to mention that I've just set up a GoFundMe page to help fund this future vision I have for an off-grid UK community. So if you feel inspired to donate towards this vision, I would be deeply grateful. Thank you so much.